let's stay a while longer on the youth, because some students of the University of Ghana say they're worried that personnel of the national security have been deployed for the SRC elections, which is underway. Many of them say they are comfortable with police presence, but not the national security. The students point to the Ayawaso West Wuogon election violence as the reason for their fears. Various social media platforms of the students are washed with pictures of men alleged to be from the national security. Maxwell Agbagba is on campus for us. Maxwell, what have you gathered so far?
Well, Aisha, like you rightly mentioned, that is the information that we are getting from many of the students we've spoken to since we came onto campus about 4 hours ago. Many of them have expressed that concern. Some of them who we also spoke to told us that elections are serious business when it comes to the University of Ghana campus, and they think that there's nothing like too much security, and that it is important for them to have adequate security for the success of this election. Opinions are quite divided about this. Some of the opposers tell me that they do not understand why national security personnel will be deployed here for a mere election like the SRC elections. Even for the Electoral Commission of the University of Ghana SRC we've been speaking to, I spoke to the chairman himself. He told me that indeed he's also heard that some national security personnel have been deployed to campus, but he cannot confirm or deny those claims that we have heard. I spoke to the first deputy of the University of Ghana SRC. He told me categorically that as part of the LI for this elections, this campus elections, they agreed that they would bring additional security when they sense that things would go wrong. So he's saying that yes, he has information that national security personnel are on the campus, but it is for the good of the elections. Luckily though, I have with me here one of the aspirants for the SRC elections. She's aspiring for the presidency. Her name is Priscilla Asantoa Aye. Yeah, tell me, we've interacted with some of the students here on campus, and they have raised the concerns. You seem to have a different view about national security personnel on University of Ghana campus for campus elections.
Yes. All right. Okay. So I think they being around, I don't find anything wrong with that, because they are here to protect us, because it's their duty to protect the students. So if they're around, anybody who tries to misbehave would be disciplined. So as a student, you should go quietly to the polling station, go cast your votes for number 2 on the ballot paper, and leave quietly. Don't try to cause us, anything, because if you are found wanting, you would be dealt with. All right.
But some of the students have raised concerns. You're saying that no security can be too much. But some of them have raised concerns. They've cited the Ayawaso West Wuogon incident where national security personnel were deployed. We all know the violence that happened there. And this is a student-based election. We've seen police personnel around. Don't you think that's a tad too much?
Well, I feel it's too much. Well, some people are a bit tensed, but I feel if you're not doing anything wrong, why would you be tensed by seeing too much security on campus? I feel you should just freely walk around, go do your thing, go vote, and then leave. Okay. It shouldn't scare you, because if you know you are clean and pure, no amount of security would scare you. But if we are doing something underground or working on something, that is when you'll be scared. Because I don't mind seeing over 2,000 policemen or soldiers around. I'll still be free to walk about. But that's if you are doing something underground, that is when you'll be scared. But anyway, some people get scared by just seeing security and all that, even though they're not doing anything bad. So I feel they being around is for our own good, for us to be protected. Because mind you, not everybody working on campus is a student. Probably some people have been told to come and hurt others. So if you see them around, it's because of you. That's why they are here, to protect you, your interest. That is why they are here. So just feel free and walk around, go vote, cast your ballots and all that.
As a presidential aspirant, have you picked any intelligence or any information that things could go wrong and that would necessitate the presence of the national security?
Yes, because election was supposed to start at 8 a.m. and it started around 12, 11 and 1 p.m. And I feel if not for something that has been cooked, why would election start around that time? So I feel they being around is to protect us, as I said early on. Yes, to prevent, we need a free and fair elections. That is what we are all looking at and all hoping for. Yes.
Okay, thanks so much for speaking to us. I think elections will be over in the next less than 2 hours.
There's a possibility it will be
extended because of the time.
Yes, because they didn't start on time at all, which is very, very not good.
Okay.
Because we have lectures, some have assignments, IAs and all that. We work with time. Time is money. It's a precious resource. So if you give us 8 a.m., we were at the polling station at 8 a.m. and the ECs, the ballot papers, they were nowhere to be found. And so they should do something about this. And shouldn't repeat it next year. Please, upcoming ECs, don't repeat this next year.
Okay. Thanks so much for speaking to us. Wishing you all the best in these elections. Okay, great. So you just had Priscilla Santua-Aye. She is aspiring for the presidential position. She's a candidate, actually, the presidential candidate, one of the presidential candidates. But we have with us also the vice president.
Is there something?
SRC. Yes, Barnabas Mensah. Hello, Aisha.
Right, so I was going to ask, is there something that we should know from the way she spoke? Is there the possibility that the national security picked up intelligence of any foul play? Is there something you've gathered with regards to this?
Well, from what I gathered from her, she said elections were supposed to start at 8 a.m. but ended up starting at 11 o'clock. I asked her whether she thinks whether she's picked up any intelligence about things, the election not really going as it was planned. And she said that indeed the election was supposed to start at 8 o'clock. It started at 11 o'clock. And that they've also picked up some intelligence of the sort. But I want to find out from the SRC Vice President what really is accounting for this and whether they also have some information about the deployment of the national security personnel. Vice President, you're welcome to the Pulse on the JoyNews channel. Tell us, do you have any information about the presence of national security personnel here on the University of Ghana campus?
All right, thank you, and good day to all those making the listening. Yes, I have been informed that there is the presence of national security on campus. When I heard about it, I quickly traveled to where they were supposed to be, from the intelligence that I picked. But unfortunately, I went there and then it wasn't as I was informed. I went there and then I did not see anybody. I went there and I did not see anybody. So I do not want to conclude that yes, there is a presence of national security. But regardless, if we have them here, I don't think it should be a cause for alarm, because what is their relevance? They are here to provide for the student security. And then I think the larger the number of them here, I think the more intense the security on campus. I think that's how we should appreciate it.
Let me find out from you, as a vice president, have you picked up any intelligence that some people are planning to foment trouble or anything? Have you picked up any intelligence like that?
I wouldn't say so, but elections are always accompanied by some of this brouhaha, and then as a proactive commission and then proactive stakeholders, I think we need not to wait until some of these things have happened. You need to make preparations ahead of time, so that in case such things happen, it means that you would be able to accommodate them, or manage them. So I haven't picked intelligence, or I haven't heard that some people are they are materializing some clever ploys to maybe cause commotion or havoc to the electioneering processes. I doubt, but I think that their presence here is just a proactive step to curb any future possibilities.
But the students who you lead, those we've spoken to, they are pointing to the incident at the Ayaso West Wogon, which happened right here in this constituency, not too far from where we're standing. They are pointing to that and saying that the deployment of the national security caused that violence there. And for a mere student elections like the SRC elections, I've seen quite a number of policemen on campus. I've seen quite a number of campus security also. Did we really need national security to augment, the security that we have here?
You see, I always say that we don't need to tag this election as a mere election. Okay, the fact that we have it's being referred to as an election alone should tell you that it is just a replica or a mimic of any other election. Okay, and you know, University of Ghana, if you are taking into consideration our political space and then our governance, it is sort of a replica, okay, a direct replica of what happens at the national level. And then you should also consider the fact that the geography of where the election is taking place, that is University of Ghana main campus, is situated in Ayawa West constituency, where you just mentioned that, I mean, there were some of these incidences taking place in during the by-election and then some of the elections that have been organized already. It should prompt us or inform us that there is the possibility of such a thing happening. Mind you, this election, we have so many stakeholders who have interest in this, okay? And then I believe very well that when it comes to interest, people would go the extra mile to protect their interest, okay? So if we are not saying that is what we're expecting to happen, but if such a thing happen, that is when the proactive provisions that were made would cater for those happenings or incidences. But like I said, it shouldn't be a cause for alarm. The students should rather be rest assured that security at this point in time is rather on the acme, given that we have policemen here, University of Ghana security and also national security. I think that they should rather applaud whoever invited them. I don't know if it was the EC that did invite them. They did not inform me. I'm not in the known, but if they did, then I think we should rather applaud them for such an invitation.
Thank you very much for speaking to us, Barnabas Mensah.
Okay, I'm grateful. I quickly wanted to address what she said, that it delayed, and then I don't know.
Oh, you said the election delayed, yeah? You want to address that? Okay, you have 15 seconds. Yeah,
that's fine. So yes, the plan was that the election was supposed to take off or commence from somewhere around 8 a.m. Okay, but I think 11:15 or some few minutes after 10, that was when the electioneering processes commenced. But before that, the online session had already commenced. What happened was that I learned from the commission that they were supposed to, make payments to the printing press before the ballot papers would be released. And then at that point in time, the treasurer was a bit reluctant to do that. That was what happened. So
thank you very much for speaking to us once again, Barnabas Mensah.
Pleasure, mine.
Great. So you just had Barnabas Mensah, he's the Vice President of the University of Ghana Student Representative Council. Again, let me state that we spoke to the Electoral Commissioner for the University of Ghana, SRC. He's supervising the elections. He told us that indeed he's picked up information that there are some national security personnel around here on the University of Ghana campus, but he cannot confirm or deny those claims. Then we spoke to the First Deputy Electoral Commissioner of the University of Ghana SRC. He was categorical and emphatic that the airline, the legislative instruments that they're using for this campus elections permits them to bring in external security if they need one. So he says that yes, they picked up some information, and so that's why they invited the national security around. That is the information that we got from him. But as it stands right now, opinions are quite divided on this matter on the University of Ghana campus. Some of the students we've been speaking to tell us they are concerned, they are worried, and like I already mentioned, they've been citing the also West Morgan incident. Others we've been speaking to are also saying that there's nothing like too much security, and they think that even if they have many military men here, they would like it. So that is the situation here on the University of Ghana campus, Aisha.
Maxwell Agbagba is our man at the University of Ghana campus. He's monitoring events there for us, SRC Executive Elections, and he'll be bringing us more details on that.